Most people say they need a break, a reset, some time off. But what if the reason you keep needing a break isn't because you're overwhelmed? It's because you're understructured. Because without standards, life gets chaotic. And chaos feels exhausting. It just makes you so tired. It's just one of those draining things. It just happens all day long. It's just you're just over oh, how do I get over this? Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. I appreciate everybody watching and listening and sharing the show. If you get any value out of this, please share it and go like my Instagram and Facebook, and you can go like my new coffee shop, Gather and Grind, on Instagram and Facebook. I'd really appreciate it. It's here in Daphne, Alabama. All right, so let's get into it. You don't need a break. You just need a standard. The break illusion. Breaks feel good for temporary. It's a temporary relief of the structure that you are trying to, or the structure that you're lacking. It's pretty much what I want to say. But you rest, you reset, you feel better for a moment. Like going on vacation, but as soon as you get back, you get that exact daunting feel all over again. But then what happens when you get back? After you get done with the rest, after you get done with the reset, you go right back into the same habits, the same patterns, the same lack of structure. So you feel drained all over again. And the truth bomb is, a break doesn't fix a pattern. It just pauses it. It just says, let's just take a break real quick, and then we'll jump right back into the same thing we've been doing. It's almost like, an alcoholic saying, I'm going to take a break for a day, and then just going right back into it. Or you take a caffeine break for 30 days, and then you just go right back into the same caffeine addiction that you have 30 days later. Or somebody smoking a cigarette. It's all the same thing. Like, another way to flip it is you get so stressed out and you think you need a break that you go drinking to, not to black out, but to relax and take your mind off of it. But as soon as you wake up the next day, you're right back into the same old pattern. You haven't fixed anything. You've just delayed the process of having to fix what you've already been broken, what you've broken, and what you've already done. So, what a lack of standards looks like. Without standards, you wake up whenever. You do things based on the mood. You skip commitments. You let distractions take over. You start and stop constantly. Life becomes reactive instead of proactive. And reactive living is exhausting. It just wears you out. If you set your plan and follow it, what do you think is going to happen? We're going to get into that in just a minute. So you're not tired from doing too much. You're just tired for having no structure. It's just overwhelmed. Your brain can't handle that. It needs structure. Your brain always needs structure. Why people default to, I need a break. One, avoidance. You don't want to do the uncomfortable things. You just want to get out of reality and just go do whatever you want. They don't want to face their inconsistency. The emotional fatigue, decision making without structure drains your energy. Lack of discipline. Everything feels harder when nothing is routine. No clear standard. Just none at all. Just whatever I want to do. If nothing is required, nothing gets done. So instead of fixing the system, they escape it. Breaks feel like relief, but standards create stability. Like today, I have a plan already wrote out, and today was to do the podcast. I love doing my podcast during the week, but sometimes Sundays just have to get it done. Now, what I could do is batch them, but I haven't got into batching them yet. I like to do one every Sunday or so and just get this word out to you. But that's my standard, and that's what I stick to. So what do standards actually do? Standards remove decision fatigue because it's the standard. You don't have to think about it. Creates consistency, builds self-trust, builds your mindset up big time, simplifies life, reduces chaos. When standards are in place, you don't debate, you don't negotiate, and you don't overthink. And you don't go off your mood. You just make it happen. The mood will ruin the day for you if you don't have your standards set out. There's plenty of times I wake up every day that I'm like, I don't want to work out. I don't feel like working out. But it's a standard, and that's what I'm set to do. So I get up and I work out. Screw the mood I'm in, just get up and work out. Standards turn chaos into clarity. It's one thing that I've learned over the years that has helped me over and over and over. If you don't know what your standards are, you're not going to have very much clarity. And I've said it in the podcast a couple weeks ago, like I always wondered what clarity was until you just kind of find it. Like it doesn't, you have to go look for it. It just doesn't show up. But once you realize what you're doing, if you got a good schedule and you're being proactive on doing things, you really have your clarity dialed in. It can always get better, but you're getting more clear, and that's where we're trying to go. So the difference between rest and escape: rest is intentional, planned, purposeful, part of a system. I'm not saying you don't want to go take breaks, you don't want to go on vacation, things like that, but you have to have it all planned out. Escape is reactive, emotional, impulsive, avoidance driven. Both look similar, but they're not. So rest supports discipline, escape replaces it. When you plan out your vacations and you plan out your rest and all that, it's built into the standards. And so therefore, it's going to keep you going. You're not going to go off of your mood. I was like, oh, I just have to have a vacation. No, here's my vacation. And then when you get back, your standards are still in place, so it doesn't feel as daunting. You just go back to the cycle that you're living in life. I'm thinking of some other word, but basically you get back into your routine. Like when I go on vacation, I am not my routine. Like I'm more stressed out probably on vacation than I am in my own house, doing my own things, living, working out, going to the shop, doing real estate, doing the podcast, doing my standards over and over and over keeps me less stressed out than going out, not knowing what I'm doing, not knowing what we're going to eat, not knowing if I'm going to work out or when I'm going to get to work out. Just living in the moment is just not for me. Like think about what it feels like for you living in the moment compared to having a schedule and actually living to the standards that you want to do. That is a huge question you need to ask yourself. But how do you build standards that actually work? You got to set non-negotiables. Mine's working out. Sleep, time, workouts, work blocks. Remove mood from the equation. Do it because it's required, not because you feel like it. And it's okay to do things because it's required. You don't always have to just be like, oh, I just don't feel like doing it. Just because it's on the schedule, make sure it gets done. Simplify your day. Less decisions equals more energy. If you got to wear the same black shirt and black pants every day so you don't have to go into your closet and stress out about what you're going to wear, do it. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Plan your breaks. Rest with intention, not emotion. And going back to simplifying your day, you should meal prep on Sundays or Saturdays. Whatever day you can meal prep for the week, that takes out one more decision out of the week for lunch that you don't have to worry about, or dinner, like however you want to do it. Raise your baseline. Your minimum becomes your normal. Your life improves when your standards increase, and it's 100% true. And I'm a living testament to it because I didn't have many standards back in my 20s and 30s, and now my standards are set, and I have a really great life and a really great family that supports me, and I support them. And it's just one of those things where I just don't get super stressed out most of the time. So the closing challenge I have for you today: the next time you say you need a break, pause and ask yourself, do I need rest or do I need some structure in my life? Because your life doesn't get easier when you escape it. It gets easier when you organize it. You don't need less effort. You need better standards. That's the pod. I appreciate everybody listening and watching. We'll see you on the next one.